On today's show, we explore how an old summer house became the home of the Movify Your Life empire, why the spaces we surround ourselves with can have a huge impact on our creativity, motivation, and dreams, and how a mixture of IKEA furniture, twinkly lights, red velvet fabric, and popcorn-themed decor transformed an old storage shed into Movify HQ. So, grab your popcorn, get comfy, and start dreaming about your own creative sanctuary, because it's time to Movify your life by creating a space that inspires you to think bigger. Welcome to the Movify Your Life show, the plot twist you've been waiting for. I'm your host, Jessica Grace Coleman, and through the Movify Your Life method, I'll show you how to step into the starring role of your story and create a life worth watching. Every Movify Monday, you'll learn how to turn everyday moments into unforgettable memories, activate your main character energy, and use cinematic tools to boldly chase your biggest dreams, like the movie star you truly are. Because when the credits roll, I want you to look back at your life like it's the greatest film ever made, full of meaning, magic, and most importantly, zero regrets. And because I truly believe everyone deserves to live an epic life fit for the big screen. So grab your popcorn, cue the music, and together, let's Movify your life. Hello, and welcome to the Movify Your Life show. I am your host, Jessica Grace Coleman, but you can call me Jess, and I am the director and founder of Movify Your Life. And if you're new here and you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go to movifyyourlife.com to find more information, or you can follow me on Instagram at Movify Your Life and follow me and see all the crazy reels and stuff I'm doing and how I'm embracing the cringe over there. As much as possible. And yeah, welcome to another Movify Monday. Hope you're having a lovely day. If not, maybe it's time to Movify a few things to make sure it's a good day. But today I'm talking about my Movify HQ. Now, this is something I've been working on for months now. So I'm very excited that I'm actually recording this episode. And I was going to record it. I was going to make this the first podcast episode I'm recording in my brand new Movify HQ because I thought that would be very apt. But it's a horrible day. It is rainy and windy, and my Movify HQ is in an old summer house, basically a big shed. And when the wind rattles the shed, you can hear it a lot. So I thought maybe I won't record the first episode there right now. It would have been nice, but I'm going to get there and record an episode when it's nicer weather, I think, and it's a nicer experience. So the origin story of this, I've talked about this on the podcast before because I was talking about all the new things I've been trying this year and sort of forcing myself to try, basically, in a bid to put myself out there, meet new people and try new things. So I went to a coaching retreat at nearby Bishton Hall. I've been to 2 now, and I've booked on for the next 2. They're every quarter. And it's run by this lovely lady, Kate, and she had rented this 2 rooms, actually, in Bishton Hall above some shops. And it's just lovely. As soon as you step in there, you feel relaxed and like you can breathe. There's like a kind of yoga studio room, also her sound bathroom. There's like floaty fabric everywhere, twinkly lights, plants. There's also a room which has a big table where she holds her retreats. And there's a little coffee station. And it's just really, really lovely, really cute. I immediately felt relaxed, as I said, and I felt like I could get really creative there. And this was the first retreat I went to there. We had a lovely day, me and about 7 other women, 8 women, something like that. And all personal development stuff and mindset exercises and things like that. And right at the end, after we'd had our sound bath and everyone was really relaxed, one of the women just made a throwaway comment. And she said, "I wish I had a she shed in my garden so I could create a space like this for me." And it was a bit of a light bulb moment because there was an old summer house in the garden that had just been used for storage. And I had thought about it before. It's like, oh, someone should do something with this. It's a shame it's not being used. But in that moment, I sort of had a bit of a light bulb moment. And I loved the space too. And I was like, maybe I could create something similar. So I went home that night and I started planning the renovation in air quotes. And as I said, originally I just wanted a relaxing, creative space where I could relax, maybe read, maybe journal, and just sort of feel creative, be in that kind of creative space. And then I thought, no, what am I doing? It could be a Movify HQ, a creative space I can go to work on my Movify Your Life brand. So I can use it to like come up with content, stuff for like my mailing list, my courses, my social media, my podcast, as well as a place where I can film content for reels and things like that, as long as it's not really, really windy. And I thought I could make it all red, gold and yellow, which are my brand colours. I could make it all movified, so like movie themes, movie themed decor, and I could just go all out with this. And it could be like a nice space to go and sit and think and come up with ideas. And this was mid-January 2026. And at the time of recording, it is June 2026, and I'm only just finishing it. So yeah, I got to work straight away and planning everything. But if you're in the UK, I'm sure you'll remember January. It basically rained for like 2 months straight, and I needed to repaint it. So I was waiting for the UK weather to get better, and I didn't want to do the inside and start putting stuff in and everything until the paint had been done. So it took a while, but I did get on straight away planning things. And I thought I would go through what I did, what I decorated it with, which shops and websites I used, in case you ever want to create your own creative space, either for like a business or a passion project, or just somewhere you can go and read, be and journal and just relax. And it doesn't have to be like a separate outdoor space like mine is. It could be a spare room, an office, or even just like a corner of one room. Just a place that can help you motivate and inspire you to reach your goals and pursue your huge, wild, crazy dreams. Because I think having this type of space is so important. Even if you just start with like a pin board on the wall that you can use as a kind of vision board or goal setting device. Because I think being reminded of our big dreams and why we're pursuing them, like every time you sit down to get to work, whether that's like setting up a business, as I said, or planning your dream life, I think it's so important. Because a generic desk next to a blank wall ain't it. It's just not it. An intentionally decorated creative space filled with like colour and motivational messages and images of like the future that you're pursuing. Now we're talking. Okay, so first of all, I looked online for inspiration. I think I looked on Pinterest. I think so. I usually look on Pinterest, though it is a bit different these days with all the AI stuff. I started going on Amazon and Vinted and Etsy and searching for movie decor, popcorn stuff, clapperboards, like anything I could think of, vintage movie posters, and started making a list of all the stuff I wanted to buy. And as it turned out, spreading it over several months was a good idea because I wanted to buy quite a lot of things for it. I also used this website, which I can't remember the name of it, but I just Googled like a website that will help you plan a room. So I put in the dimensions. I went and measured it all, and I could like get a little picture of the room, and you could go through their catalogue of like furniture and like say pick out a chair, put in the dimensions of the chair you're looking at online and like see what fits and move it around and stuff like that. And I found that quite good to visualize what I was doing. But what really helped me visualize what I wanted to achieve was, well, with the help of my brother first, we cleared out everything that was in there. Some stuff went in the garage, some stuff went to the tip, some stuff went to charity, I think, until everything was gone. It was mostly like chairs and furniture and cushions and things like that. And I took some photos of the empty space, so that completely empty summer house. Then I uploaded those photos to my good friend, Uncle ChatGPT/ChattyG, and it's great for stuff like this. No matter what you think of AI, like this kind of thing is so useful and really fun as well. Now, as a bit of background, I often talk to Uncle ChatGPT about my business and my brand, my brand. I basically use it as a kind of soundboard to bounce ideas off, decide what I'm doing, everything like that. So it knows all about Movify Your Life, the branding, my vision for the future of the brand. It knows all the Movified terms and phrases I use. It knows what it's about and it knows what I'm trying to achieve with it. So when I gave it this prompt, I uploaded the pictures and I said, I'm turning this summer house into my Movify HQ, a place to be creative and think, but also to create and film content for the brand. And I want it to be movified in my brand colours and movie themed, and I want it to inspire me to achieve great things, something like that. And it knew exactly what I meant. So it gave me like a load of text first for a load of ideas for what I could put in there. like furniture, objects, decor, practical things I would need for work, creative things, movified items. Like I gave it some more information of the kind of thing I was thinking of. And then it mocked up several images using my own pictures of the empty space. But instead of it being painted sort of greeny blue, it painted it cream, which is what I wanted. And then it added furniture, twinkly lights, like a desk, a chair, all the decorations. So I could see like what it would look like. I could visualize it. I didn't need to visualize it because it was right there and it looked so good. And I got really, really excited to start working on it. So as soon as I had those images, I went on a trip to IKEA. God, I love IKEA. And I dragged my brother along to help me maneuver things. I have a dodgy back, so maneuvering heavy furniture is not what I should be doing. So he helped me and we did some filming there as well, actually. I forced him to help me film some stuff for reels as well. And I bought quite a few little decorative items, like red and gold things, candles, twinkly lights, some lamps, like a standing lamp and a little desk lamp. And I also got 3 big pieces that I had been purposely looking for. The first thing was a desk, because I want to be able to work in there. And I wasn't sure I'd find one that fits because it's such a small space. So I was looking at narrow side tables and things. But I actually found the perfect one and I hadn't seen it online. I saw it when we were walking around IKEA and it was like a small little table that you can easily lift and place anywhere. And it was on a lifting thing. That's a technical term. So you can change the height and you can even make it a standing desk and it's just tiny. And it was like big enough for my laptop and say a notebook. So it was perfect for the space. I also got a little cheap desk chair to go with it. And then a yellow armchair and footrest because I knew I wanted a cozy armchair type thing in there as well, not just an office chair. And I looked around so many of the chairs in IKEA and I couldn't justify the cost. And I kept eyeing up this yellow golden chair, which was like perfect for my brand colours. And I thought about it the whole way around and I was like, oh, I can go home and think about it and all that stuff. But I really wanted to get everything sorted as soon as possible. And then at the end, like magic, in the reduced section, there was the chair. And it had a few scuff marks on the little legs, which I knew I could easily paint over, and it had £100 off. So that was really cool. I grabbed it. I got the matching footstool, and it was meant to be.
Okay, movie star, real talk. Are you tired of feeling like a background extra in your own life? Then it's time to step into the spotlight and activate your main character era. And I've got just the thing to help you do it. Grab my free Movie Star Alter Ego Starter Kit, your behind-the-scenes pass to creating the bold, brave, action-taking version of you who goes after their dreams like the star of a blockbuster. Inside, you'll discover how to design your alter ego, choose your transformational item, pick your theme song, and build the rituals and confidence cues you need to start living your life like the epic movie it was meant to be. So, if you're ready to rewrite your script, roll camera, and finally take the lead, head to movifyyourlife.com/free to download your free starter kit now. That's movifyyourlife.com/free. Your next scene starts today. And now, let's get back to the action.
That day, we also went to B&M and B&Q and I think somewhere else, and the car was full. And then, of course, that stuff waited in boxes and bags for months while I waited for the weather to do its thing, but at least I was prepared. So what else did I get? I got a mini heater that looks like a little fireplace from B&Q for the winter months. I got a fan for the summer months because it gets quite warm in there. I got a new tripod for my phone and with like a ring light for my content creation. I put in a few things I got from my Canada trip. So I got this big bear wooden artwork, which I loved, a mug, like a throw for the table. And I also ordered a red Adirondack chair and a red table for the outside, so I would have a sitting and thinking space outside as well if it got too hot in the summer. And those chairs are everywhere in Canada. I love them. And it was red, so it was Movified red themed. And I just wanted to be reminded of my Canada trip as well. So I ordered that from America. It came all the way from America. I also put loads of stuff in there that I already had that I'd collected over the past year or so for Movify Your Life. So stuff I'd used as like props in videos for my moviementary, my own books and merchandise that I created. I've got loads of like popcorn themed stuff like tubs and mugs and things like that. I found like a popcorn candle and a reed diffuser in H&M or Home Bargains, I think. I ordered a customized Movify Your Life clapperboard in my brand colours because I wanted to use that for the start of all my reels. I haven't started using it yet, but I will now that my HQ is ready. I ordered a retro like movie popcorn print from Etsy and framed it. There's so much more stuff. A silver mirror I had that I painted gold. I painted the shelving that was in there gold as well. I painted lots of stuff gold to make it all razzle dazzle. The whole thing got painted cream. First, I put this anti-mold paint on it because it did have a tendency to get a little moldy in places in there. And it was a nightmare because I had to put on so many layers to cover up the colour. It took forever. And then my brother came and finished it for me and painted the cream over the top. And we also got help painting the outside. So thanks, John, for helping out. I was so over painting by then. I was like, no, I'd rather pay someone else to do it. But like I say, the whole thing took forever because of the weather. I wanted to put some like little curtains in because, as I say, it gets really hot in the summer and I wanted to be able to like at least block out some of the sun so I wouldn't boil in there. It's basically a greenhouse. It has 3 like door-sized panels of glass on each side. So it does get a lot of heat in there. I ordered some like shimmery table runners to use, but it didn't quite work. So I used one of those because it was gold to put in my giant popcorn tub. So it looked like a piece, like loads of bits of popcorn popping out the top. So I've got that as a prop for my reels. I love being creative with stuff like this. And then I bought some actual sheer kind of goldy coloured curtains. And my brother helped me again put up some of that curtain wire stuff. And we just put those up really good. I looked in secondhand shops, Etsy, Vinted, Amazon, IKEA, B&Q, B&M, Home Bargains. I used Vistaprint to order some posters for, like I've done artwork, or I've got ChatGPT to do artwork for my Movify Your Life movimentary. So I ordered some of those and got them like double laminated ones, and they're such good quality. I'm really impressed. I also got ChatGPT to create a poster for me for Movifyville, which is my fictional town, which is going to host Movify U, which is the university. It's a bit of a hint about upcoming thing I'm creating online. I also ordered a custom Movify U pennant flag, like a varsity flag from Etsy. I love Etsy. Some like movie stuff. I got the Back to the Future number plate, Out of Time. I got like a popcorn tin sign thing, an on-air sign, a big sign from Etsy that says movie theatre. I got some like gold mesh wall things where you can stick photos on and stuff like that. And I put in lots of artwork and postcards I got from my Canada trip because that was like an amazing cinematic trip where I felt like I was in a movie the whole time. So I thought that would be good motivation. I got a little pin board from IKEA that acts as like a vision board. I put loads of my aims up for Movify Your Life, some quotes from people that they've sent me, some like AI generated photos of what I want to achieve in the future. I've got my business cards in there, my own books. I bought some little drawers from Amazon for storage, a little table next to my armchair, twinkly lights and lamps and candles. And my heater has a little light up thing as well. So lighting is a massive thing. Got a little Bluetooth speaker so I can play music. I got this like Aurora Borealis light that is like a light box, and I haven't used it outside in there yet. I haven't been in there when it's been dark, but I think that'll be quite cool. A gold like Movify HQ sign from Etsy. I got like a Hollywood star, Walk of Fame star thing print from Etsy with my name on it that I framed. I already had 1 million plastic Oscar statues from filming content, so they're in there as well. I added cozy rugs and blankets and cushions, fake plants. I've got like film themed cushions, like a clapperboard and like a ye olde countdown with like the number 8 on it. And as I said, all this was spread out over several months, and some of it was from Vinted, so it was secondhand, and a lot of it was from cheap shops. And then we have the pièce de résistance. So originally, getting inspiration from this sound bath studio, the coaching retreat place, I wanted to have like sheer white or cream fabric floating everywhere with twinkly lights. But then I thought if I have them floating down over the walls, I won't be able to put anything on the walls, and I have tons of stuff to put on the walls. So I decided just to do the ceiling. And then I thought, why aren't I doing it like crushed red velvet movie theatre, like retro Hollywood movie theatre vibes? And I was like, yes, let's do that. I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but let's do it. So I ordered some cheap red velvet fabric from Amazon. I ordered some cheap red rope, like it's kind of like shiny, shimmery, glamorous rope from Amazon. And I had these little gold curtain clips that I thought might come in handy at some point. And I had a dream, but no idea how I was going to do it. So I asked my brother for help, also because I'm not tall enough to reach the highest points of the roof. So I needed hands. I said to him, I needed 4 hands and 2 brains. Help me figure this out. And He came over and it did take a while. So thank you so much for helping me out with this, Dave. It was a lot. But we basically draped the red velvet across the ceiling. We used the rope and like curtain hooks and the curtain clips to create sort of like little bits to hold it up. And then we added twinkly lights, and those bits also helped hold it up. And it looks really, really cool. And it really sets the whole thing off. I wanted like a big red thing in there. I originally wanted a big red chair, but I fell in love with the golden yellow one. So this pop of red, I think, makes the whole thing. And it looks like a old school movie theatre, and it just adds a bit more luxury, and I love it. I also added some like shiny gold star bunting and a little globe for my love of travel, some fake flowers in a gold vase, just like loads of little bits here and there. And I love it so much. So it's only just finished, so I haven't actually used it properly yet. I have done a bit of work in there. I was happy to see the internet still works out there. And I can't wait to get recording stuff in there. I now have like a Movified background that I can record like reels and me talking to the camera and stuff like that. But it's also a place to relax, dream, create, think and plan my Movify Your Life empire. And it has taken a while and it's been a bit frustrating waiting, but as with anything worth doing, it was worth the wait. And like I say, I wanted to make this episode to encourage and motivate and inspire you to create your own creative space. But like the episode isn't really about a shed. It's about giving your dreams a physical home. Before this, Movify Your Life lived in my head. It lived in notebooks, on my laptop, and, you know, some of the merchandise I ordered and some of the props I had. But it didn't have a home. Now it has a place, like a dedicated place, somewhere I can go to dream bigger, create things, plan the future, record my ideas, visualize my goals, and build something meaningful. And that's why I'm so excited about it. Because like the summer house itself isn't really the point. The point is that this dream matters enough to deserve its own space. And I've never done this with any of my other passion projects or businesses or side hustles. So just the fact that I've done it is sort of telling my brain, this is worth pursuing. This is what I want to do with my life. You see how much time and effort and money I've put into this. Now go do it. So I really enjoyed making it. I know I will really enjoy working in there. And I really hope this episode has helped you inspire you to do something similar. And like I say, it doesn't have to be a shed or a summer house. It could be a spare room. It could be the office room. It could be a bit of one room that you use as an office, a corner or a bedroom, a desk, a pinboard, a shelf, a wall, anything to start with, and anywhere that reminds you where you're going and why it matters. So that's my challenge to you. Is there somewhere in your home or workplace or garden, or maybe you have a garage or a shed that isn't being used, that could become your version of a dream space? I did a similar thing in a house I was renting with my friend Ruth. We had a garage that was just filled with crap. And we asked the landlady if we could turn it into a gym. And we did. We got rid of everything, painted the walls and the floor, got a load of equipment in, and we created this space that wasn't there before and had a specific purpose. And I used it a lot. And it's a similar kind of thing. Do you have anywhere that you could turn into either like a creative space, somewhere you can think and plan, somewhere you can come up with ideas, somewhere you can journal, meditate, whatever you want to do, whatever helps you with your personal growth and self-development. If you're starting a business, what would help you with that? Just a place that inspires you to think bigger, dream bigger, and take action on the life you're trying to create. Because I wholly believe that changing your environment is the first step towards changing your future. And that doesn't necessarily mean moving to a different town or getting a new house. It could mean transforming the tiny spare room that you never use, or the storage room that is just full of crap that you don't really need, that you could get rid of and create an amazing space. So I also want to say thank you to my brother for all the help. It's been a lot, I know. And as I said last week, when I was recording my podcast episode on my Hallmark adventure, wandering around my hometown and being a tourist, I first wrote the notes for this in a notebook and got Uncle Chatty G, to transcribe them. And I didn't ask him for any comments, but he made some comments. And he's put, after reading the entire thing, I just wanted to read out something AI said. After reading the entire thing, I can confirm Movify HQ is definitely not a shed anymore. It is a miniature movie studio, creative sanctuary, headquarters, vision board, podcasting booth, reading nook, planning room, and future empire command center disguised as a shed. And it also said, also, can I just say that the progression of this story made me laugh. January, I'd quite like a nice little creative space. 5 months later, it now contains Oscar statues, a movie theatre sign, a cinematic velvet ceiling, a custom clapperboard, a vision board, a fictional town, and a headquarters for my empire. A completely reasonable escalation. Yes, let's not be reasonable here. Let's dream big, go and create epic creative spaces, and just see what happens and see what happens when you start thinking, can I actually do this? Can I find somewhere in my house where I could create a little bit of a space that would encourage me to go after my dreams and inspire me to dream big. And thank you again to my brother, and thank you to Kate at the coaching retreat, because this is where this whole thing started. And thank you to the other Kate who made that throwaway comment about the she shed, because without that, I don't think I would have done all this. So it's interesting to see the little ripple effects as well. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please share it with anyone you think would love it. If you have a creative friend who has a spare room, maybe you could borrow theirs. Go and rent theirs out. Please share this episode with them. Thank you again for listening. And until next Movify Monday, I will see you on the red carpet.
Thank you so much for listening to the Movify Your Life show. Before you go, don't forget to sign up for the main character memo mailing list at movifyyourlife.com/list for exclusive tips, treats, and behind-the-scenes magic. And if you enjoyed this episode, I would really appreciate it if you could please subscribe, leave a review, or share this podcast with a friend. Let's spread that Movify message far and wide, because everyone deserves to live an epic life fit for the big screen. I'll see you next week for another Movify Monday. Until then, that's a wrap.